Once upon a time, in a small, cozy town, there lived a sweet little girl named Bella. She was lucky to have loving parents who doted on her every day. Bella's house was filled with laughter and warmth, and she felt safe in the arms of her family. However, Bella had a unique ability. She could see the souls of young children and communicate with them. These unearthly creatures often appeared before her, seeking her company and comfort. Bella, being a curious and kind-hearted girl, spent hours talking and playing with these ghostly children, forming a kind of connection. One fateful weekend, Bella's parents decided to visit their relatives and took Bella with them on a trip. When they set off, an unexpected traffic jam forced them to make a detour along a deserted and creepy stretch of road. Soon, darkness enveloped surroundings, casting an eerie shadow over the landscape. Suddenly, the ghosts that Bella had encountered in her house appeared before them. Their presence sent shivers down her father's spine, causing him to lose control of the car. In a moment of horror, their car left the road and crashed into a gnarled tree. The collision was devastating, and Bella's parents tragically died in an accident. Miraculously, Bella survived the accident. Her little body was beaten and covered with bruises. Disoriented and terrified, she stumbled out from under the rubble, desperately seeking help. By a lucky chance, Bella stumbled upon a discarded phone, the battery of which, by some miracle, was still charged. Trembling, she dialed 911, her voice trembling as she recounted the horrific events that had occurred. The operator assured her that help was on the way, and soon an ambulance arrived at the scene. Paramedics admired Bella's resilience and the unexplained circumstances surrounding the accident. They carefully treated her injuries and took her to the hospital, where she will receive the necessary care and support. In the days that followed, Bella's story spread through the city like wildfire. People were both amazed and alarmed by the story of a little girl who survived a supernatural encounter and a tragic accident. Some whispered that the ghosts were malicious and deliberately caused the disaster, while others believed they were just trying to convey a warning. When Bella was recovering in the hospital, she couldn't help but wonder about the unfolding events. She longed to understand the true nature of the ghosts and the purpose behind their appearance that night. Every day, her determination grew, and she vowed to solve the mystery that destroyed her world. Bella had no idea that her journey was just beginning. As Bella laid in her hospital bed, grief weighing heavy on her young heart, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Whispers echoed through the dimly lit corridors, and an unsettling presence lingered in the air. Little did she know, a sinister doctor roamed the halls, his intentions veiled in malevolence. One night, as Bella lay wide-eyed, unable to sleep, the doctor appeared at her bedside, his face obscured by a surgical mask. His eyes gleamed with an unsettling intensity, as if he held secrets too dark to be shared. He spoke in hushed tones, promising to bring her parents back to life, but only if she agreed to a dangerous experiment. Frightened and desperate for her family's return, Bella reluctantly agreed. Unbeknownst to her, the doctor's intentions went far beyond reviving the deceased. He sought to harness their life force for his own twisted purposes, using innocent souls as mere pawns in his sinister game. Under the doctor's guidance, Bella was subjected to a series of torturous procedures. Each one plunged her deeper into a world of pain and despair, as her innocence was slowly drained away. But even in the depths of darkness, a glimmer of hope remained within Bella's resilient spirit. One night, as the doctor prepared for another experiment. A nurse, who had grown suspicious of his actions, stumbled upon his sinister plans. Realizing the danger Bella was in, the nurse bravely confronted the doctor, challenging his malevolent intentions. A fierce battle ensued, echoing through the empty hospital halls. Bella, sensing an opportunity for escape, seized the moment and fled from her hospital room. Running through the labyrinthine corridors, she desperately sought a way out, determined to leave this nightmare behind. As Bella raced towards freedom, the hospital seemed to come alive with horrors beyond imagination. Ghostly apparitions materialized, their tortured souls seeking vengeance against the doctor who had exploited them. Their anguished cries filled the air, driving the doctor into a frenzied panic. Finally, Bella reached the hospital's exit, her heart pounding with both fear and relief. As she stepped into the moonlit night, she glanced back one last time, witnessing the doctor's ultimate demise as he was consumed by the very darkness he had unleashed. Now free from the clutches of the sinister doctor, Bella embarked on a journey of healing and self-discovery. Despite the scars left by her traumatic ordeal, she found solace in the kindness of others and the strength she had gained from her harrowing experience. The hospital, once a place of nightmares, was eventually cleansed of its malevolent presence. It stood as a reminder of the horrors Bella had endured and the resilience she had found within herself. And though the scars would forever mark her, she emerged from the darkness a survivor, ready to embrace a new chapter of her life with courage and determination. Since there was no one to turn to another family, Bella was placed in a shelter under the watchful supervision of social services. The shelter was a cold and desolate place, its walls echoing with the cries of forgotten souls. It was run by a strange and disturbing personality, a nun named Sister Mary, whose once meek behavior turned into madness. Behind her cold, piercing eyes was a darkness that seemed to feed on the suffering of those under her care. From the moment Bella appeared, Sister Mary's gaze was fixed on her with an inexplicable intensity. She saw in Bella vulnerability, innocence which she sought to use to satisfy her own perverted desires. Under the guise of religious guidance, Sister Mary subjected Bella to a reign of terror. Every night, Bella heard the nun's soft footsteps outside her door, accompanied by whispered prayers that sent shivers down her spine. Sister Mary's presence in the orphanage became more suffocating every day. Her perverse devotion to the children became more and more obvious. Bella, haunted by memories of her parents and tormented by Sister Mary's ill will, found solace in the company of other children at the orphanage. Together, they shared stories of the horrors they had to endure under the guidance of a nun, vowing to find a way to escape from their tormentor. One stormy night, when thunder was rumbling and rain was pouring mercilessly, Bella and the other children developed a plan. They knew they had to free themselves from the clutches of Sister Mary's madness. With trembling hands and beating hearts, they tiptoed through the dark corridors, their small figures barely discernible in the dim light. But Sister Mary, always alert, seemed to have a perverted sixth sense. She appeared before them, her eyes burning with a sinister fire. An evil smile spread across her face as she cornered the children, her voice dripping with malice. In a desperate burst of courage, Bella stepped forward, her voice trembling but sounding defiant. She confronted Sister Mary, demanding an end to the torment they had endured. Sister Mary's mask of sanity collapsed, revealing the depths of her madness. She lunged at Bella, her gnarled fingers reaching for her throat. As Sister Mary tightened her grip on Bella's neck, a blinding light filled the room. The spirits of the exhausted children of the orphanage materialized. Their ethereal forms radiated powerful energy. Joining forces, they banished Sister Mary back to the darkness from where she came. The orphanage, once a place of despair, has been transformed. The children, now escaped from Sister Mary's clutches, found refuge in the arms of compassionate souls who understood their pain. Bella, forever marked by her obsessive experience, has grown stronger in the face of adversity, vowing to protect others from similar horrors. As the years passed, Bella's resilience became a source of inspiration for those who got in her way. She dedicated her life to helping children in need, making sure that no one suffered the same fate that befell her. And although the scars of her past remained, Bella became a beacon of hope, a symbol of victory over darkness. The orphanage, which has now become a place of healing and love, has become a testament to Bella's unwavering spirit. And when the shadows receded, children's laughter echoed through its halls, reminding of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of unity in the face of unimaginable horrors.